What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. I've been getting a lot of emails concerning a live stream that Cynthia G put on about Kevin Samuels. And in this particular live stream, she says that Kevin Samuels stole Cynthia G's talking points. And I kept getting so many emails and Facebook messages over the night, and people wanted me to respond to it. So I went and I listened to what I could stand of the stream. It was very unprofessional. Sound was very terrible. Cynthia G still doesn't take the business serious. Sounds like she's using a microphone for a third grader. But needless to say, I was able to get to 15 minutes of the stream, which was egregious for me, to say the least. And what I came across was the only point that I want to deal with, because it's the only that I can really listen to, was that Kevin Samuels stole from her the fact that if black men want black women to be feminine, they need to build the community for black women. And Cynthia G believes that because he said this, that he derives that from her position. And let me just say this. Nobody looks at Cynthia G as an intellectual. She is a controversial, entertaining. If anything, Cynthia G herself is a thief, because she watches my celebrity junk, which is obviously better than her celebrity content, and she's stealing my titles. For example, like, let's look at this one right here. Stop the show. Ashanti posted a picture with a white man, and guess who's big mad? Now, who else says that? That's me. If you want to talk about ripping off someone's stuff, well, that's Cynthia G ripping off my stuff. Look at this one right here. Kid Cudi wore a dress to honor Kurt Cobain, and guess who's mad? Well, the untalented again are stealing from O'Shea Duke Jackson. But you will never see me go out and make a video about how you're trying to steal my titles because your celebrity content is trash and you don't get as many views or as much money as I do. But you know what? I'm going to keep this clean. Let's go back to what we're going to talk about right now, which is this concept. Now, before I said that, she was saying that guys who are, followers of Kevin Samuels, that he is our LGBTQ daddy and things like that. And I found it to be remarkable knowing that she had a baby on YouTube, and she complained that the guy that got her pregnant, who already had 5 kids, was not going to be a daddy in the kid's life and wouldn't respond to her. But people forget how stupid they sound when they come on YouTube saying ridiculous things, which lets you know the intelligence is very low. But I want to deal with this concept. The concept is that Kevin Samuels stole this from her. Cynthia G makes some interesting points here and there. Not to say all of what she says is wrong. And this point is actually right. But there are other people who have mentioned something like this before. I'll give you a hint. Let's try Elijah Muhammad in the Nation of Islam, who believed that if you would provide for black women, that they would be submissive. If black men own their own things, own their own stores, own their own schools, had a nation within a nation, women will be submissive to the man. Malcolm X followed that. Louis Farrakhan has followed that. Not only that, Dr. Amos Wilson, people like Dr. John Henry Clark, many of the brothers who teach over in the Hebrew Israelite community teach this same thing. Many Pan-Africans and pro-blacks teach this all the time. This is something you will hear on Sonetter's channel. You will hear it through George Macon's channel. You will hear it through me. And I goddamn sure don't be listening to Cynthia G only for when someone tells me that there's a video to be responded to. And people put themselves to be bigger than what they really are. Cynthia G's been in this business as long as I have, okay? And at first she started off pretty hot. But Cynthia G as a content creator, without causing smoke or without causing some kind of hatred-filled content. There is nothing that she offers of value. There is nothing that she does for her audience that is decent. She doesn't put any kind of entertainment value or any kind of financial value or any uplifting for the B1 community outside of talking trash about white folks or black men. This is the only thing that she does. Nobody looks at her as an intellectual or somebody that is a thought leader on African American issues at all. Being that she's the one that complains about black men and then, also had a YouTube baby daddy. Let's just be real. These thought processes have been going on in the black community for many years. That if black men build the community and not complain, the women would be submissive. Giving a woman a reason to be submissive. I believe it was George Macon that told me the other day. We were talking about Africa. I said, man, there's so much poverty in East Africa. He told me something that was very interesting. He said, you know what? Women are what men give them. In other words, if the men don't give them nothing, what can they become? Now that thought process is true indeed, but the way that he put it, can we say that came from Cynthia G? I think that Kevin Samuels doesn't get enough credit for his initial perspectives when he first came to the black manosphere. And Kevin Samuels dealt with only black men up until 1 year ago. He was tough on black men just like I am. Obsidian calls black men apathetic, cheap, don't want to spend money on their women. This is something that is not true to just Cynthia G. This is something that we teach over here. And Kevin was a part of that. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. The black manosphere as a whole is about accountability to a great degree. There's people talking about doing better for themselves and stuff like that. You being accountable for the outcomes of your actions. So when Kevin Samuels goes to Joe Budden and talks about that, he's not taking her talking point. This is something he's been talking about since I met the guy. And not only is this not a new idea from him, this is something that our black male leaders have taught us. Our grandfathers taught us this. Our fathers taught us this. Some of you idiots believe that because you got on a live stream or on a Zoom call, that all of a sudden you're influencing the game. Like, nigga, what? No. Nobody is influenced by you. And I want to show the theft, okay? Like, for example, I want you to see, we're going to put up my YouTube videos, okay, of the Kevin Samuels video. And you guys know I'm the only one since 2017 who've been doing the Guess Who's Mad videos. Look at this one. The black church comes with the Kevin Samuels on Instagram and Guess Who's Mad. Now look at Cynthia G's video. Guess who she stole that from? Me. If there is a content thief in the building, it's you. So don't try to come for people when you out there struggling your goddamn self. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment pinned to the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirt. Check out the Patreon. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.